What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, we're going to talk about and review the Nooie Pet Feeder. This is a sponsored video by Nooie, but this device is freaking cool and takes the worry and the thought out of having to feed my dog, and I absolutely love it. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this pet feeder, it is Wi-Fi enabled. You can download an Apple app, a Google app, and control it from the app itself. It's very easy to put together and clean and do all of that stuff. And like I said, it automatically feeds your small pet, have it be a cat or a small dog. I have a dog, and that is dog food. She's a mini schnauzer, and I love it because it takes, like I said, I don't have to worry about, did I feed her or did I not? It's automatically set up, and I can feed her from anywhere in the world. All right, so this is the Nooie Pet Feeder. You have buttons on the front here. This button unlocks and locks it so that you can feed it. This button right here automatically dispenses it if you want to manually dispense it without doing anything from the app. These are indicator lights to let you know if it's connected or locked or any of that stuff. Here's the bowl. It comes with the Nooie Feeder. It's an aluminum bowl. And then we'll kind of go through this and kind of deconstruct it. But one of the cool things about this is that you don't have to take it completely apart just to add food, because adding food is probably going to be the thing you do the most. So what you're going to do is I just kind of bear hug it and then peel it off. Now it is easier with two hands, and I'm holding my camera right now, so I'm going to pause it real quick and just peel it off. But basically I just go like this and then kind of peel it off on the sides. And you can add a good amount of food in here. You know, I would say this is probably about 10 inches tall maybe. So you can get a good amount of food in here, and then it dispenses down through the middle. This bottom piece just slides right out, and then it goes in the same way it comes out. You just slide it back in. I obviously have it upside down, but it's very easy to assemble. At the bottom is where you can add batteries, and it's actually where you plug it in as well. The batteries are only going to be used as backup. It takes 3D batteries, and otherwise you don't need the batteries in there if you don't want them as backup. I'm just going to use this power plug in here, and it will do everything for me. You can also clean this, and all you do is, I already took it off, but you literally just turn it and it comes right off, and you can take all this kind of stuff out and clean it as you see fit. So that way, if you have any extra dusty food in there or food bits, you can clean all that stuff out. So just a heads up, I did use this to fill up about 10 scoops of dog food in here, and I still have room. I could still add more. So for me, I give my dog about one of these. So it's gonna give me about, without filling it to the top, at least 10 days of feeds. All right, so let's go through the app. You're gonna download the Nooie app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Once you get into the app, what you're gonna do is make sure you click on home at the bottom. I was on cam and I couldn't get it set up. Once you go onto home and then hit the plus sign, you will see the pet feeder. Go through the steps. It's very simple. One keynote, make sure you connect it to your 2.4 gigahertz network. It does not work on 5 gigahertz network. Once you have that set up, you just will go back into the Nooie app, click on the name of your bowl or whatever you have your feeder named as. You can set a schedule. So for me, I'm going to create a schedule. For me, I'm going to feed my dog every day at, we'll do 9. We'll do 9 because this is in military time, so that'll be 9 a.m. And then I'm gonna feed her every day of the week, and I can choose a portion size. So I'll test it out, but ultimately we'll start off with 1 portion size, and I can always edit it from there. I'm gonna hit save, and then I'm gonna hit save at the top. And now I have a schedule created. I can go back as well, and if I want to feed her manually, I can tap on that feed button at the bottom, and I can set the portions that I want to feed her, and it will do that. I can also hit the gear in the top right. I can change the name of the device. I can go into device sharing and share it with somebody if I want to, so that they can feed my dog. Indicator lights, I can turn those on and off if I don't want to see those, so I'm going to actually turn them off. Power mode will actually show you what it's running off of, AC power or batteries, and there's my firmware. So what I'm going to do now, since it's a little bit past the time of feeding my dog, I'm actually going to just hit feed, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. So we're going to hit feed. I just pressed it. Looks like it's making popcorn. So just to show you, this is 1 portion size. That is definitely not enough for my dog. My dog's like 22 pounds. That's not enough food for her. I want it to almost fill up here, so I'm gonna greatly increase the portion size. All right, I did 5. Let's see what 5 looks like. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll be honest, that still really isn't looking like enough, so I'm gonna increase it to 8. So I'm gonna add 3 more portion sizes in there. I think that will be the perfect amount. Here we go with 3 more. All right, so in actuality, that's actually 9 from my 20-something pound dog. I think that's pretty good for her. She's a little bit on the heavy side anyway, so we'll work with that. So the Nooie Pet Feeder currently at the time of making this video is $100. I think personally it's worth it. I'll be honest with you, really thought about getting a pet feeder until Nooie reached out to me, and I'm like, you know what? That's actually really cool, and I love it, and it takes the guesswork and the thought out of having to feed my pet when I'm away. Think about yourself on travel. You don't have to hire a pet feeder, especially if you have a cat. Cats are pretty self-contained animals. They can take care of themselves. And a dog, not so much. You still have to walk the dog, but at least if you're worried about your dog being fed, there's that little machine down there that will do it for you. I love that. Also with cats, like I said, it'll automatically feed them. So any small animal that can eat out of a bowl, this is gonna be perfect for them. You can control it from anywhere in the world. You can set up schedules. Definitely with the portion sizes, think larger rather than smaller, because like one portion, as you saw, is like a really, really small amount of food. For me, I'm setting it currently to about 10 portions, what they consider 10 portions of food inside the feeder. So I think that's like the perfect amount for at least my dog. So there you guys go, check it out. It's linked down below. It works great. I'll be honest with you, I haven't had any issues with it at all. It stays connected. The schedule is reliable and working. Manual feeding has worked as well. I love it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road.